Hey guys, welcome to our podcast, Black Beans. I'm Chris Rodriguez. Today we'll be talking about disasters about Hurricane Katrina.
Hey everyone, I hope you all having an amazing day. I'm one of your hosts, Giovanni Meza.
Hey everyone, I'm also one of your hosts, Dominic Rojas.
You know guys, there was no snow this year and that really makes me sad because for my whole life, I've always seen snow in Washington, but this is the first time in my life where there's no snow and that's just so sad.
Yeah, Drew, I feel you. It truly snows a lot here in Washington, but I guess this year during the winter, it just started to rain like crazy. I just wish I lived in a state that snowed more because I didn't get to see snow this year.
Can I suggest you a wonderful state, Dominic, where it snows a lot? It's the state of Maine, if you like great getaway. Hey Chris, what do you think?
Yes, Maine is a great spot to experience the snow during the winter. Colorado is also a fantastic place to experience snow in the Rocky Mountains, great for skiing.
You know, since we're talking about Colorado, did you know that a hurricane went through Colorado? I always found hurricanes frightening and interesting at the same time. Natural disasters always interest me.
I agree, natural disasters are very interesting, including the situation with Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina was a very frightening situation for the people who were in its path. Millions of people's houses were destroyed and billions of dollars worth of destruction.
Hurricane Katrina was one of the, if not the worst natural disaster to ever hit the United States, killing 1,836 lives and costing over $125 billion in damages.
Oh wow, I didn't know that, Dominic. But did you know that there was satellite and radar images which all show a hurricane big enough to blow out states?
To blow out states is crazy, but at least 1 million homes were destroyed with winds going up to 175 miles per hour and is a Category 5 storm.
And recovery time from Katrina took 18 months, removing debris and rebuilding homes, and yet also upgrading flood protection systems. And reinvesting in coastal economic systems took years. To take years is honestly the best idea and the best way to upgrade flood protection systems, and so yet everyone can be safe, you know?
The tragedy struck on August 25th, 2005, and August 27th, 2005, and mainly struck Louisiana with 80% of cities flooded and most residents leaving the region and their homes.
The main reason was due to failure of the federal-built leaf system that surrounded New Orleans and was affected by the massive storm surge and rainfall.
You know, I also like to add that New Orleans experienced wind gusts up to 100 miles per hour and extensive flooding after levees in the city were breached by floodwaters. By August 31st, 2005, 80% of the city of New Orleans was underwater.
Hurricane Katrina was formed in the Bahamas over tropical depression on August 23, 2005. Over the next days, the tropical storm was named Katrina, and National Hurricane Center warned southeastern United States of the incoming storm. Mississippi activated its National Guard and evacuated 61 cities, with 1 million people complying.
President George W. Bush gave a speech from the White House on August 31, 2005. Which he described relief efforts being planned to help others in rebuilding. And still after 2 decades, the lingering effects of Katrina continue to influence the economy and culture of the Gulf Coast.
Hey, you know, can we also talk about what we need to know and what to do once a hurricane goes towards Linden? At this point, I might as well go to Canada because right there I can be safe. And I was reading this one article online. It was talking about how disasters without warning can make you evacuate your house or job and can send you days without basic needs. I got that article from Why Prepare for Disaster, and I was thinking, if one stops by, we need to be prepared with necessities.
Yeah, Joe, I agree. If I were you, I'd also move to Canada, especially since I live pretty close to the border. I would for sure move to Canada. I think it would be a better spot than being here in Linden, because Linden's more open to Birch Bay and stuff and general water. I would just go. You could also just go further into Washington, but I feel like I would just go up into Canada, maybe see what happened. But we do live in a small town, and it would be easy for a hurricane to sweep all of us up. And being prepared is a great quality of survival in a life or death situation. If people aren't prepared even for the sake of something, that's totally on them.
I agree, Dominic. You live right next to the Canadian border. At this point, you could probably just sneak over there. I'm not telling you you should, but hey, that's one way to be safe, huh? Better be safe than sorry.
I agree with everything going on right now. This is a time where everyone should have basic knowledge and be prepared. There is this article I found that states, remember that hurricanes can cut off your power and water supply. You also may not be able to drive because of damage to your car. Roads may be flooded or blocked. This quote was from the article called Preparing for Hurricanes or Other Tropical Storms, a very detailed article stating many quotes on why you should prepare for a hurricane. That's why it's best to be prepared to stock up on everything you might need now.
Hurricanes are extremely strong and cause lots of damage to cities, towns, and even states/countries. They are not to be messed with and should be taken seriously. Hurricanes from over the ocean with strong winds and heavy rain. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, hurricanes tend to blow off the Earth's rotation, causing the air to curve, giving its clockwise rotation.
Another article I found called How to Prepare for a Hurricane to talk about the states that knowledge may just be your most powerful tool in preparing for a hurricane. Familiarizing yourself with the basics of hurricanes, including how they are categorized, category 1 to 5. It states that knowledge and basic preparation is the best tool to prepare for a hurricane. And I completely agree, as it's something you won't expect until it hits. Jill, what's your opinion?
I agree with your point. As hurricanes are super dangerous and ranked from categories, it's best to be well prepared to try and survive the hurricane. Well, I think that sums it up with Hurricane Katrina. I think we had some points to say.
Yeah, I agree. I think Hurricane Katrina was the most notable event in the United States as the worst natural disaster to ever hit.
And it took over 18 months to rebuild all the damages due to George W. Bush's relief efforts. And that many places, especially New Orleans, getting hit the hardest with wind and being submerged underwater.
Don't forget that being packed and prepared is a great way to survive in case of a natural disaster.
If you aren't prepared for a natural disaster, you're most likely not going to survive a hurricane, especially if it was a hurricane like Hurricane Katrina that's hitting Linden. I don't think you guys are surviving. Anyways, I think that really wraps it up. I'm one of your hosts, Dominic Rojas.
And I'm one of your other hosts, Giovanni Meza.
And I'm your other host, Chris Rodriguez. Thanks for listening to us, giving our opinions.